superfood that beats eggs in protein rebuild muscle after 60. Have you ever been told that one egg a day is enough for your protein needs? What if I told you that's not even close, especially as you age? Protein isn't just important, it's essential for every stage of life, from maintaining energy in your 30 seconds to preserving muscle and mobility in your 60 seconds and beyond. In this video, we're going to reveal foods that contain 8 to 10 times more protein than an egg, foods that can truly transform your strength, clarity, and confidence. So stay with us until the end. You're not just watching a video, you're giving your body what it's been asking for all along. But before we dive in, tell me, where are you watching from today? Number 1, wild-caught salmon. Have you ever noticed that the things that once felt effortless, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even standing up from a chair, now seem heavier than before? It's a quiet change, one that sneaks in slowly and leaves many wondering what happened to their strength. For countless adults over 60, this is more than fatigue. It's the early whisper of muscle loss. It's frustrating, sometimes frightening, yet deeply human, and it happens far more often than people realize. According to the National Institutes of Health, older adults lose up to 8% of their muscle mass every decade after 60. The reason isn't just aging, it's biology. As we grow older, the body becomes less efficient at using the protein we eat to repair and rebuild muscle fibers. This gradual process, called sarcopenia, silently erodes balance, mobility, and independence. But science also brings hope. Recent studies from Harvard Medical School show that nutrition can directly slow and even partially reverse this decline when we choose the right kind of protein. This is where wild-caught salmon steps into the story, not as a luxury food, but as a quiet healer from the ocean. Each 3.5-ounce serving carries about 22 grams of complete, high-quality protein, packed with omega-3 fatty acids that teach aging muscles how to rebuild themselves. Unlike most protein sources, salmon doesn't just feed your muscles, it helps them learn to work smarter. Harvard researchers discovered that omega-3 seconds in wild salmon can increase muscle protein synthesis by nearly 30%, making every gram of protein more effective. In simpler terms, salmon helps turn what you eat into usable strength. It's also rich in vitamin D and selenium, both essential for bone density and joint protection, two key allies in staying mobile and confident as we age. A retired mail carrier from Oregon once shared a story that captures this transformation perfectly. After years of fatigue, he began replacing 2 weekly egg breakfasts with grilled salmon and vegetables. Within 3 months, he walked longer distances, slept soundly, and smiled as he said, "I feel like my body woke up again." His journey wasn't a miracle. It was biology responding to care and consistency. To bring salmon into your life, try 2 servings per week. Bake or grill it with olive oil and lemon, or flake it into salads for an easy lunch. Pair it with leafy greens, brown rice or quinoa for a balanced meal that fuels the body without heaviness. Always consult your doctor first, especially if you have heart or cholesterol concerns. And remember, variety is essential. No single food can do everything. Strength after 60 isn't about chasing youth. It's about choosing nourishment that supports who you are now. Wild-caught salmon is more than a meal. It's a message from nature that resilience is never truly lost. It only waits, quietly, for you to feed it again. Number 2, lentils. There's something comforting about a warm bowl of soup on a cool afternoon, the steam rising, the scent of home filling the air. For many older adults, it's a taste of nostalgia, a quiet reminder of simpler days. Yet hidden within that comfort is a surprising truth. What you put into that bowl may be doing more for your strength than any supplement ever could. Lentils, those small, earthy seeds often overlooked in American kitchens, hold the power to protect aging muscles and restore steady energy in ways few expect. The National Institute on Aging reports that after 60, many adults consume less than 2/3 of the protein their bodies actually need. Add to that a decline in digestive efficiency, and even a well-intentioned diet can leave muscles starved for repair. This shortage doesn't just affect strength, it slows recovery, weakens balance, and can quietly chip away at independence. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reveal that seniors who include legumes like lentils in their diets maintain up to 26% more muscle mass than those who rely primarily on meat. The reason lies in lentils' perfect blend of protein muscle and metabolism. Each cooked cup of lentils provides roughly 18 grams of protein, along with iron, potassium, and magnesium. Unlike heavier animal proteins, lentils digest slowly, delivering a steady stream of energy throughout the day while stabilizing blood sugar and reducing inflammation. In simple terms, lentils feed the body without weighing it down, a gentle kind of nourishment perfectly suited to the needs of aging adults. In the rolling hills outside Nashville, an elderly couple tended a modest garden for decades. Their pride wasn't the flowers, but the rows of lentils they planted every spring. Now in their 70s, they still share a bowl of lentil stew at sunset. Their doctor once told them, half amazed, that their muscle tone and endurance rivaled patients 15 years younger. They smiled knowingly, saying, "It's the same soup our parents made when times were hard." What they saw as tradition, science now calls smart aging. Preparing lentils is as simple as it is healing. Simmer them slowly with onions, garlic, and olive oil until tender, or blend them into thick soups with carrots and tomatoes. Pairing them with whole grains like brown rice or quinoa creates a complete protein that supports muscle repair and heart health. For variety, add spices like turmeric or cumin, both known for their anti-inflammatory effects. And as always, anyone managing kidney issues or special diets should consult a doctor before making lentils a daily staple. Lentils teach a quiet truth, often forgotten in a world obsessed with quick fixes. Real strength grows slowly. It is built in kitchens, not clinics, in moments of care, not urgency. For those who listen, each humble spoonful offers a message as timeless as the soil it grows from. Nourishment doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. Number 3, Greek yogurt. It often begins in the quiet moments of morning, the sound of a spoon tapping gently against a bowl, the smell of coffee drifting through the kitchen, the sunlight touching the counter. For many older adults, breakfast is both routine and ritual, a comfort that marks the beginning of another good day. Yet hidden in this small act lies a truth few realize. What we choose in those early hours can shape the strength of our entire day. Many people over 60 believe that a light breakfast, a slice of toast, a little fruit, maybe an egg is healthy enough. But research tells another story. As we age, our muscles grow resistant to smaller doses of protein. According to Tufts University, older adults who consume less than 20 grams of protein in the morning experience up to 25% faster muscle decline compared to those who start their day with a protein-rich meal. The body after 60 needs not just calories, but fuel designed to rebuild. This is where Greek yogurt, once seen as a simple snack, becomes a quiet cornerstone of smart aging. Each 6-ounce serving provides about 15 to 17 grams of protein, nearly twice as much as regular yogurt, and is rich in calcium and probiotics that support both muscle and digestive health. It is thick, creamy, and deeply satisfying, but what makes it remarkable is how it nourishes without heaviness. The fermentation process that removes most lactose also concentrates its nutrients, creating food that is both gentle and powerful. Studies from the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging show that older adults who consume Greek yogurt daily not only improved muscle retention but also experienced better digestion and reduced inflammation. In simple terms, it helps the body use protein more efficiently, while calming the systems that often cause discomfort in later years. On a chilly morning in Maine, a retired boat builder recovering from a mild stroke began adding Greek yogurt and blueberries to his breakfast. Within 2 months, his physical therapist noticed faster recovery and steadier balance. He described it best. "It feels like my mornings finally give me energy again." That simple bowl became a quiet turning point, a sign that healing often begins with the smallest choices. Incorporating Greek yogurt into daily life is both easy and enjoyable. Pair it with fruit, oats, or a handful of nuts for a balanced breakfast. Blend it into smoothies, use it as a base for salad dressings, or add a drizzle of honey for sweetness. Those with lactose sensitivity can choose lactose-free or plant-based Greek-style options fortified with protein and calcium. And as always, it's wise to consult your physician before making significant changes, especially for those managing blood sugar or digestive conditions. Greek yogurt teaches an elegant truth. Strength is not always built in the gym, but in the quiet rhythm of daily nourishment. Every spoonful is an act of self-care, a gentle reminder that aging well means feeding both the body and the soul. Within its smooth texture lies a timeless message. Health is not found in grand gestures, but in small, loving habits repeated each morning. Number 4, pumpkin seeds. Autumn has a certain sound in the Midwest, the crunch of leaves underfoot, the laughter of children carving pumpkins, and the soft crackle of seeds roasting in home ovens. For many, pumpkin seeds are just seasonal snacks or decorations that spill across kitchen counters during Halloween. Yet few realize that these small green kernels hold one of nature's most powerful secrets for staying strong after 60. The truth is startling. Most older adults get enough calories, but not enough minerals to keep their muscles healthy. According to the Journal of Geriatric Medicine, nearly 70% of adults over 60 are deficient in magnesium and zinc, two minerals vital for muscle repair and energy production. Without them, even a high-protein diet cannot do its job. Muscles tire faster, recovery slows, and inflammation quietly builds up in joints and tissues. This slow depletion often hides behind phrases like, "I just don't have the energy I used to," when in reality, the body is asking for replenishment. That's where pumpkin seeds come in, a food so small yet so complete it could fit in the palm of a hand and still power the body like a full meal. Just one 3.5-ounce serving provides about 19 grams of protein, nearly 3 times more than an egg, along with a rich dose of magnesium, zinc, and iron. These minerals act as conductors in the body's energy symphony. Magnesium supports muscle contractions, zinc repairs tissues, and iron ensures oxygen reaches every cell. Studies published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that adults who ate a handful of pumpkin seeds daily reduced muscle inflammation by nearly 38% in just 12 weeks. In Wisconsin, a retired piano teacher shared that every fall she roasted pumpkin seeds with olive oil and sea salt, a habit passed down from her grandmother. She never thought much of it until her doctor remarked how strong her grip strength remained, unusual for someone her age. Laughing, she said, "I guess Grandma's recipe was smarter than we thought." What began as tradition had quietly become her lifelong supplement, natural, simple, and deeply effective. Adding pumpkin seeds to meals takes little effort but yields powerful results. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, toss into salads, blend into smoothies, or grind into a creamy seed butter for toast. Choose raw or lightly roasted seeds without added salt to preserve their nutrients. For those with kidney or mineral balance concerns, consulting a doctor before regular use is essential, as these seeds are dense in trace elements. Pumpkin seeds carry more than nutrition, they carry symbolism. They remind that what is often discarded can hold hidden strength, that vitality can grow from the overlooked corners of life. For older adults seeking to move with ease and confidence, these seeds are nature's way of saying renewal is always possible. Each handful tells a quiet story of transformation. From the heart of a pumpkin comes the promise of endurance, reminding that age may bring change, but not the end of growth. Number 5, tempeh. In the sunlit kitchens of California, where farmers' markets bloom with color and global flavors meet, a quiet food from Indonesia has found its place at American tables. Tempeh, once unfamiliar to most, now appears beside vegetables, grains, and fresh herbs, a simple block of fermented soybeans that holds extraordinary potential for aging bodies. What looks modest on the plate is, in truth, a masterpiece of nutrition and patience. Many older adults know the struggle of feeling full but not nourished. The body changes with time, and so does digestion. After 60, the gut becomes less efficient at breaking down dense proteins, leading to fatigue and slower recovery. According to research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults with an unbalanced gut microbiome lose up to 18% more lean muscle mass each year than those with a healthy one. The connection is clear. When digestion falters, strength fades. That's where tempeh shines, not just as a protein source, but as a living food that restores harmony from within. Each 3.5-ounce serving provides around 20 grams of complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids the body needs to rebuild tissue. But what sets tempeh apart is fermentation. The process transforms soybeans into a dense, flavorful cake filled with natural probiotics, beneficial bacteria that improve gut health, enhance nutrient absorption, and reduce inflammation. In simpler words, tempeh doesn't just feed the muscles, it teaches the body to use nourishment more wisely. In Los Angeles, a community wellness group began teaching older adults how to cook with tempeh twice a week. One participant, a retired librarian, shared that after replacing red meat with tempeh for 2 months, her digestion improved and her afternoon fatigue disappeared. She described the change softly. It feels like my body finally understands what to do with food again. Her experience mirrors what science has confirmed: strength begins in the gut. Preparing tempeh can be both art and therapy. Slice it thin and pan-sear with olive oil, garlic, and a splash of tamari, or crumble it into soups and stir-fries for a hearty texture. For a brighter flavor, marinate it with lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Those with soy allergies or thyroid conditions should consult their doctor before regular use, as moderation and awareness remain the foundation of safe nutrition. Tempeh carries a deeper lesson beyond its nutrients. Its fermentation reflects life itself, growth through transformation, strength through patience. It reminds that aging is not decline, but evolution, a slow ripening that rewards those who care for what cannot be rushed. For those seeking balance and vitality after 60, tempeh offers both wisdom and nourishment, proof that with time and intention, even the simplest ingredients can bring renewal to body and spirit alike. Number 6, quinoa. It often surprises people to learn that something as small as a grain can change the way the body ages. Quinoa, a golden seed once worshipped by the Incan civilization, has quietly become one of the most valuable foods in modern nutrition. It grows in the thin air of the Andes, where endurance is life itself, a fitting origin for a food now helping millions around the world maintain strength, balance, and resilience long after 60. Few realize that even those who eat healthy diets may still face protein shortages as they age. The body's ability to absorb nutrients declines with time, and refined grains like white rice or pasta provide energy but little substance. According to research published in Nutrients, older adults who replaced refined carbohydrates with quinoa 3 times per week increased lower body strength by almost 10% in just 2 months. The secret lies in quinoa's complete amino acid profile and its abundance of lysine, a vital nutrient for muscle repair and collagen production. A single 3.5-ounce serving of cooked quinoa delivers roughly 14 grams of complete protein, rich in magnesium, iron, and B vitamins. Unlike most grains, quinoa provides slow-digesting carbohydrates that sustain energy and prevent the mid-afternoon fatigue many older adults experience. Its low glycemic index helps regulate blood sugar, supporting not just strength but mental clarity. In simple terms, quinoa offers energy that lasts calm, steady, and reliable. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, a community health project introduced quinoa to a group of seniors who had long relied on white rice. Within weeks, participants began to report less fatigue and more energy for daily walks. One woman said with a smile, "I didn't change how much I eat, just what I eat." Her story reflects a larger truth. Sometimes the smallest substitutions create the biggest differences. Preparing quinoa is simple and comforting. Rinse it first to remove its natural coating. Then cook it in low-sodium vegetable broth instead of water for a richer flavor. A pinch of turmeric and black pepper adds a mild anti-inflammatory effect, while chopped vegetables or roasted nuts bring texture and color. For breakfast, it can be cooked like oatmeal. For dinner, it replaces rice or pasta effortlessly. As always, balance matters. Those with kidney conditions or specific dietary restrictions should consult their physician before increasing protein intake. When used mindfully, quinoa becomes more than food. It becomes an act of renewal, a reminder that endurance doesn't vanish with age. It grows through intention. Each spoonful carries a quiet message from the mountains. Strength is not found in size or speed, but in steady roots and the will to keep growing. Number 7, Parmesan cheese. For years, many older adults were told to fear cheese: too heavy, too salty, too rich. Yet across Europe, where meals are savored slowly and food is treated as medicine, one kind of cheese has quietly proven that wisdom sometimes hides in contrast. Parmesan, the aged treasure of Italy, is not simply food for the palate, it is nourishment for longevity. Its story is one of patience, precision, and quiet strength values that resonate deeply with those who understand that aging, too, is an art of refinement. The human body after 60 demands protein that is both dense and easy to digest. The challenge is that the digestive system produces fewer enzymes, making it harder to break down complex proteins. That's where aged cheese like Parmesan stands apart. During its long maturation, which can last up to 3 years, the proteins inside naturally break down into simpler amino acids that the body can absorb almost effortlessly. A study from the University of Parma published in Nutrients found that older adults assimilate amino acids from aged Parmesan nearly 30% more efficiently than from beef or unaged dairy. Each 3.5-ounce serving of Parmesan offers an impressive 42 grams of high-quality protein, 4 times the amount in the same portion of eggs, and contains leucine, the amino acid most critical for triggering muscle repair. Beyond protein, Parmesan delivers calcium and phosphorus for bone density, alongside vitamin A and zinc to support immune health. In essence, it's a concentrated form of vitality, built molecule by molecule through time and care. In Providence, Rhode Island, a retired nurse named Eleanor once shared how she rediscovered Parmesan during her recovery from hip surgery. Her doctor encouraged her to sprinkle a few tablespoons over vegetables and soups instead of avoiding cheese altogether. Within months, her appetite improved, her muscle tone returned, and her evening fatigue diminished. "It feels like I found strength in flavor," she said, smiling. What seemed indulgent became medicine in disguise. To enjoy Parmesan wisely, use small portions. A few shavings over warm vegetables, pasta, or eggs are enough. When paired with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes or bell peppers, the body absorbs its iron more efficiently. For those managing blood pressure or kidney conditions, consulting a physician before increasing protein and mineral intake is always important. Parmesan's richness means a little goes a long way. Moderation transforms it from guilty pleasure to graceful nourishment. Parmesan teaches an elegant truth about aging. What matures with time can also grow stronger, more valuable, and more nourishing. It reminds that wisdom often tastes best when savored slowly. Every aged crumble is a quiet triumph of patience and purpose, a symbol that, just like the human spirit, true strength deepens with age. Number 8. Dried fish powder. At first, it sounds almost unbelievable, a fine, pale powder made from fish that can rebuild strength faster than many modern supplements. Yet along the windswept coasts of New England and the Pacific Northwest, generations of fishermen once depended on it to survive harsh winters. Long before laboratories studied amino acids, these communities already understood that the sea could preserve not just life, but vigor. Today, science has simply caught up with tradition. As people age, one of the greatest nutritional challenges is protein absorption. Even when older adults eat enough, their bodies may use only a fraction of it to rebuild muscle. According to Clinical Nutrition 2020, adults over 60 who consumed dried cod powder daily increased lean muscle mass by nearly 20% in 10 weeks without changing exercise habits. The reason lies in the powder's purity. With water removed through gentle dehydration, the remaining nutrients form a concentrated source of high-quality protein that the body can absorb and use almost immediately. Each 3.5-ounce serving of dried fish powder provides around 63 grams of protein, nearly double that of chicken breast, and contains abundant leucine, the amino acid that signals muscle growth. It's also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support brain and heart health. In simple terms, it doesn't just feed the muscles, it helps the entire system recover, protect, and thrive. In a coastal retirement community in Maine, residents began adding a teaspoon of dried fish powder to their vegetable soups and mashed potatoes 3 times a week. Within 2 months, several noticed not only greater energy, but improved focus and steadier balance. One man joked, "It's the only powder that gave me back my strength without sending me to the gym." His humor captured a deeper truth. Sometimes the most effective remedies come from what nature has already perfected. Using dried fish powder is remarkably easy. Stir a small spoonful into soups, stews, or oatmeal. Mix it into sauces or savory spreads for added flavor and protein. Choose food-grade, low-sodium versions made from lean fish such as cod or pollock to avoid excess salt or additives. And as always, those with seafood allergies, high blood pressure, or kidney concerns should consult a doctor before regular use. Dried fish powder may look simple, but its power lies in efficiency. The strength of the ocean condensed into each grain. It carries within it both memory and renewal, connecting the wisdom of coastal tradition with modern science. For older adults seeking to restore vitality without complication, it offers a promise as clear as the tide. The body never forgets how to rebuild. It only needs the right nourishment to remember. Number 9, hemp seeds. There's a quiet revolution happening in American kitchens, one that starts not with a new supplement, but with an ancient seed once misunderstood. For decades, hemp was seen through the wrong lens, confused with its controversial cousin, and overlooked for its incredible nutrition. But today, as science separates myth from truth, hemp seeds have re-emerged as one of the most complete and powerful foods for people over 60 seeking natural strength, joint comfort, and mental clarity. The truth is simple but profound. After 60, the body's ability to absorb and convert protein declines, and chronic inflammation begins to work silently against muscle and joint health. According to a 2021 review published in Frontiers in Nutrition, older adults who incorporated complete plant proteins such as hemp into their diets retained significantly more lean muscle mass and experienced less fatigue than those relying solely on animal protein. This isn't just theory, it's the body's biology adapting beautifully to balance. Each 3.5-ounce serving of hemp seeds contains around 35 grams of complete protein packed with all 9 essential amino acids, plus omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in an ideal ratio for heart and brain function. They also contain gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a rare compound that helps reduce inflammation, support hormone balance, and improve joint mobility. In simple terms, hemp seeds do what many pills promise. They ease the body into steadier, stronger living, one meal at a time. In the rolling plains of Montana, a retired carpenter began adding hemp seeds to his morning oatmeal after years of joint pain and low energy. Within weeks, he noticed less stiffness and more endurance during his daily walks. His doctor later explained that the anti-inflammatory omega fats and easy-to-digest protein had likely restored what his body had been missing. The man laughed and said, "All that from a spoonful of seeds." His story reflects a universal truth. Healing doesn't always come in bottles. It often begins at the breakfast table. Hemp seeds are wonderfully versatile. Sprinkle them over vegetables, salads, or yogurt. Blend them into smoothies, or stir a tablespoon into warm soups for a nutty, mild flavor. Because their oils are delicate, avoid high-heat cooking to preserve their nutrients, and store them in a cool, dry place. For individuals with digestive or metabolic conditions, consulting a healthcare professional before regular use ensures balance and safety. Beyond nutrition, hemp seeds symbolize renewal. Once dismissed and forgotten, they now stand as proof that resilience often grows from what was once misunderstood. For those entering the later chapters of life, hemp seeds carry a quiet message. Strength is not something to chase, it's something to cultivate. Each small seed holds the potential to rebuild, restore, and remind that the body, like the land, can always flourish again with the right care. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this video. Here's a heartfelt, powerful takeaway we want to leave with you, especially for those of us entering life after 60. As we age, muscle loss doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up slowly in weaker steps, shorter walks, and a little more fatigue each day. But science gives us good news. This process is not inevitable. With the right nutrition, we can protect, rebuild, and even strengthen our bodies no matter our age. Foods like wild-caught salmon, Greek yogurt, lentils, pumpkin seeds, tempeh, quinoa, and others shared today are not trends. They are tools. Each one offers clean, high-quality protein, and essential nutrients that help restore muscle, reduce inflammation, and bring back energy. They don't just feed your body, they remind it how to thrive. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with small steps. Switch to Greek yogurt in the morning. Enjoy grilled salmon twice a week. Sprinkle seeds over your lunch. These tiny choices send a powerful message to your body. You still matter, you're still growing, and you deserve to feel strong again. Here's the core lesson. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Strength isn't just built in gyms, it's built in kitchens, in habits, and in the quiet decision to nourish yourself with care. This stage of life is not the end, it's a season of wisdom, of refinement, and of claiming your health with intention. If this video brought you value, please share it with someone you care about. And if this is your first time visiting our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button today so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. We truly love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and let us know how this message touched you. Wishing you health, peace, and joy in this precious chapter of life. Stay strong. Stay inspired. You still have so much to give.